Our first guest tonight is an Emmy-nominated actress you know from Game of Thrones, as well as films like Solo, A Star Wars Story, and Last Christmas. She stars in the new series Ponies, which premieres January 15th on Peacock. Let's take a look.
Несколько лет назад я начала преподавать дети по 6-7 лет. Чудесный возраст, по-моему. Скучать не приходится, а после работы уже сил нет ни на что.
И откуда вы? Родом в Советском Союзе?
Из Москвы, недалеко отсюда.
What the hell?
Your accent is not Muscovite at all.
He'd pick up on that?
An idiot would. Did you pick up on it?
I mean, did you have to throw the peanuts?
Better peanuts than bullets. Every time I throw a peanut, imagine how it would feel with a bullet.
Please welcome back to the show, Emilia Clarke, everybody! It's lovely to see you again. It's been a while.
It has been a while. I feel like it's been nearly 10 years. I'm out of practice.
It's been too long. We're not going to make a
Yes.
habit of waiting 10 years between
no,
visits.
definitely.
Okay.
I'll work more.
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah.
I'll work more to make sure you're here. So this is I was talking backstage, it's like my favorite genre of show.
Yes.
This is Cold War spy
Yes,
stuff.
it is.
It's actually a wonderful clip because you play someone
Yes.
who is going undercover, a spy. And you have to learn Russian both in the show, but also for the show.
In life.
In life, you had to learn Russian.
I had to learn Russian. Yeah.
And
the lines in Russian.
You had to learn lines in Russian, right? You
Yes.
did not just conversational Russian,
No.
but like this Russian.
This particular Russian, because I know no other Russian. I do not speak fluent
So you
Russian.
started with no Russian,
No
and then you had to
Russian.
do a whole show's worth of Russian.
Yes, I had one teacher, and she made me cry.
Okay.
And I sucked, and she just kept saying the same words over and over again, and I kept repeating them, and I felt like I had a good ear, and I felt like I knew what I was saying, and then she would say them back, and I'd be like, that's what I'm saying, and she's like, no, you're not, and then it would be very upsetting.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No, it was horrible. It was, that was not good. And then the amazing showrunners on the show, David and Susanna, hi guys, you're in the audience.
David's here?
Yeah.
You used to work with him.
There we go.
Yeah.
Full circle. And he was like, you can change teachers. And I was like, no, I'm gonna do this. You've given me the teacher, it's gonna be. And then he gave me a new teacher, and then everything was better.
Really?
Yes.
So
That was
this
good.
isn't that you're bad at Russian, it's that you had a terrible teacher.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah, that's good.
That's my story. That's what we're sticking
I think it's a good story to stick
Yes.
with. It's a fantastic setup for a spy show.
Thank you.
You and Haley Lou Richardson, who's
Yes.
fantastic. You play Ponies, which
Yes.
is means person of no interest.
Persons of no interest, yes.
Gotcha. So your husbands are spies.
Yes.
They die in mysterious circumstances.
Yes.
Because you are persons of no interest,
Yes.
you can go back to Russia and the KGB will not be hip to you.
Exactly, because we're women and no one's going to expect women to be spies.
Very
so
fun.
It's very good. It's very good.
And did you enjoy, are you the kind of person who thinks you would be good at spycraft in real life?
I would be the worst spy.
Yeah.
I would be
What do you think
terrible.
would be your like Achilles heel as a spy?
All of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything.
Yeah.
I'm bad at lying.
Yep.
I get uncomfortable if I'm like having to, with someone and I'm maybe being mean.
Yep.
In a certain way, or like that person doesn't like me. I think I would spend the entire time
Yeah.
just being like, okay, yeah, but this is a lie. Like, I'm great. You're
Yeah.
gonna like me and I'm gonna make you like me.
It'd be really funny if you
Yeah.
went back and you're like, how did it go with your gay? And you're like, I think he really likes me.
I think we did really well.
I did tell him I'm a spy, but I do
Yeah.
think he really likes
But like
me.
that got him on side.
Yeah.
So therefore now we're friends.
I
yes.
feel like the same. I think here's why I think I'd be a bad spy. I don't think I've ever tried to like sneakily look at somebody without them
Yes.
immediately noticing.
Yes. No, completely.
People are always like, I'm sorry, can I help you? And I feel like that's a bad thing for a spy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not go incognito very well.
Yeah.
No.
I think I would take a bad, like people need to the secret camera. I think it'd be bad with that.
Yeah. Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely awful.
I think I'd
Yeah,
constantly be like, if we were talking, I'd be like,
yeah. No, exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Or like the time you saw Madonna in a restaurant and you're like, I'm like, she knows. She knows.
you of course famously had to learn Dothraki
Yeah.
for Game of Thrones, which we've talked about.
Thank you.
Which was, and I remember 10 years ago we talked about it was a real language.
It
Like
was
somebody
a real
wrote
language. I know. I don't understand it. I'm such a bad linguist. I speak English. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
But
all
wonderfully.
these things-
Everybody
Thank
says
you.
wonderfully.
So
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
really good at this one language, really bad at all the others, and yet all of these shows, I just like everything that I've done.
Yeah, but
has
at
asked
least
me to do
other
different-
people speak Russian. I mean,
yeah.
Dothraki was like, seemed like deeply unfair.
Yeah, so it really was. I put so much energy into learning Dothraki, and then we did the show and and then we moved on to Valyrian and moved on to High Valyrian and all that stuff, and then I feel like she ended up speaking English. But the creator of the language, I read in an article, said that I sucked at Dothraki. And I was like, what?
There's like,
Bro!
you're like, I'm the only one doing it,
It's
bro.
not real. It's not a real
Yeah.
language. I can't suck at it because me saying it on the TV, that's how it goes. That's the language.
That's Dothraki now.
Yeah, and forever.
I love that guy being like, I love to see her order dinner at a Dothraki restaurant.
Honestly.
You're like, don't
I
worry,
was
bro.
so-
It's not real.
It's not real. I was so hurt. And then really pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is fascinating today that both guests on the show had to learn Russian for the purposes.
Yes.
So Connor Story obviously learned Russian for Heated Rivalry.
Yes.
Have you seen Heated Rivalry yet?
No.
Okay.
No. No. It's not on in England.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's too
I'm
hot for
also
England.
it's too.
It's
way
too-
too
I mean,
hot
by the
for
way,
England. By
I
the
feel like,
way,
yeah.
The BBC ain't showing
No.
that. You know what I mean?
You know
Like-
what? By the way, I've watched it. The BBC can show like the first 7 minutes.
And that's it.
By the way, this is not a show that makes you wait for what you heard about.
No, exactly.
It's like out of the gates.
Yes. Yeah.
But well, the interesting thing is like
Yes.
Connor, and obviously I'll talk to him. It's phenomenon, right? The
Yes.
show,
Yes.
it's very similar to Game of Thrones.
I'm excited to watch it. I will watch the show, everyone.
Yeah,
I
no,
will
no,
watch
we
it.
have no doubt. No doubt.
Yes. My mum has also told me no less than 20 times that this gorgeous young man is on the same show tonight.
She wanted you to know who the other guest was.
She kept saying, and I was like, do you have Alzheimer's? You have told me this 20 times.
Yeah.
I know this man is on the
Yeah.
show, but I think
I'm gonna
I
say
don't
something,
think-
and I'm not a doctor. I
Yeah.
think that show's so horny it gives people Alzheimer's.
But she's not seen the show. She doesn't know what the show is. She just knows that it's hot right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Mom.
I love it.
Thank you so
I love that
much.
it's like how viral is this show? Like British moms who haven't seen it are calling their daughters, being like, "I have news."
Oh my God. Get ready for it. Get me that selfie. I'm like, Mom, you don't know who. Anyway. Yes.
Anyway, but God love
Gorgeous.
your mom for looking out.
Absolutely.
Does she often do that? Does she often call you with like updates on showbiz?
My mother is more online than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
really.
actually, I will say like that, the future of social media, if it was that, which is you only get it because your parents are on social media, I feel like they would like filter out all the toxicity and you would
Yes.
just get like slightly wrong showbiz.
No,
stuff.
that's true. But then, see, like, I don't know if you're one of those people, like, I keep, like, deleting Instagram. It's not good for you,
Yeah, yeah.
and then you download it and all this stuff. But my mum consistently sends me Instagram links, and I'm like, I'm not on right now, Mum.
Right.
Like, don't make me go back on Instagram to watch this dog dancing. I would really appreciate that.
My
Yeah.
dad sends me links all the time from the hometown paper that I need a paid subscription for. And like, at this point, I should just get the subscription. But I just really like that it's like, and it's like, he sends it from the newspaper website. So it's like,
Yes.
Larry Myers thinks you would enjoy this.
But you can't
And then you
unless
click it and you
bought
would need a subscription.
Yeah,
and I'm like, and then he's always like, did you read that? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, it's great, thanks, Mum.
But when you were, in Game of Thrones, that
Yes.
was a show very similar, which was like as soon as it came out, another HBO show that was a
Yes.
phenomenon. Were you immediately like in the public eye in a way that was uncomfortable?
No. So because I had brown hair and she had blonde hair,
Yeah.
I was completely unrecognizable. Utterly unrecognizable. I was walking down the street with Kit Harington, who played Jon Snow in the show, and the fans would stop me and be like, can you take a picture of me and Kit? I'm like, yeah, I 100% can. And was kind of riding off that for a while, and then people caught on.
Yeah.
That I looked this way. But there was one time we were filming in Spain, and I still don't know how these particular fans got to the hair and makeup trailer, but they were there.
Usually there's security on a set.
Some
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
something. Anyway, so they're like outside the hair and makeup, and they're like, can I have a photo? And I'm like, of course you can. Let me just get my wig off, and then I'll come back out. I came back out, they did not know who I was. Like, at all. I just walked right by. I was like,
They were like,
I'm not gonna.
They were like, is Amelia coming out soon? You're like, any minute.
Yeah, any minute now. And I didn't feel like it was bad for me to be like, didn't you want a photo?
Yeah. Right.
It's me. I
Well,
swear.
that is right. I will say,
I'll
there's
speak
nothing
Dothraki.
scarier than like when you follow up and you're like, did you want a picture? And then they
Yes.
are like, no.
Changed my mind.
We did.
Yeah, but we don't want
But
it
now we
anymore.
don't.
Yeah.
Is it true that back in England, every January, at least once, I guess, you swim in the ocean?
Well, it's not in January, it's all the time. Yeah,
Okay.
the British Sea, getting in that ice cold.
Oh, so this isn't like a polar bear plunge like we do, where it's like to start the new year. You
No,
like
I
do
mean,
it.
I should.
Yeah.
This year I just couldn't be bothered.
But if you like, but you
you
would
know.
do it like on multiple days?
Yeah, anytime.
Really?
Anytime. But there is a special app. So I was just getting in the sea, like, you know, you go somewhere for the weekend or whatever, and before you've had your shower, before anything, you like run into the sea, and it's
And it's
amazing.
freezing, right?
It's freezing,
Okay.
but it's gorgeous. It's absolutely brilliant. I was there with my girlfriends, and they were like, "But you got to get the sewage app," and I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And they were like, "Because." You know which bit of the sea is contaminated and which bit of the sea is like okay to get into and which isn't, and I didn't know that.
Wow.
So I've just I mean
It's so fascinating when
I'm quite
there was
healthy,
a thing
but-
I already wasn't gonna do, and then you immediately made it like so much worse.
Yeah.
Like you were like, "Hey Seth, before you run into the ocean," I'm like, "Keep going," but I
Yeah.
wasn't going to.
Okay, good. Yes. You should though. You should.
You should go. I mean,
I can't handle warm seawater. I
Really?
went to Hawaii once, and it just felt like everyone had peed. I like couldn't. It just made me.
Oh,
really
so you
uncomfortable.
like cold because that means no one's peed, except you do know what like sewage is.
Yeah, I'm aware of. I'm now aware in this exact moment
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
should. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
you're fine.
Yeah.
And again, I'm 100% sure of this. I'm fine with urine as long as it's properly chilled.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Just keep your mouth
yeah,
closed,
yeah.
you'll be
Keep your
fine.
mouth closed.
Yeah.
Where do you go? Is it like is it like Southern Coast? Like where?
So there's a place that's very near to London. It's like an hour-and-a-half drive, and it's beautiful, and it's the Kent coast.
And
'Cause that's
you're not
close.
the only person. Like there's
No.
Okay.
People are just walking their dogs, and then some people are just there in their dry robes, being like, ah, and like running into the sea. No one cares.
All right.
Or notice, or it's not a thing.
Okay.
It's just you're just like, oh yeah, those are the people that run into the sea
Okay.
and swim.
What a
Yeah.
wonderful country. What
It's
a wonderful
wonderful.
tradition.
It's wonderful.
It's
yeah.
so wonderful to see you again. Thank you
It's
so
so
much
good
for
to
being
see
here.
you. Thank
Congrats on the
you.
show. You guys, this is Amelia Clark. Ponies premieres January 15th on Peacock. We'll be right back with Connor's story.